Jerron Boutsenis, Amantis Stanionis, 12 rounds for the IBF, WBA, and Vacant Ring Magazine Welterweight Championship of the World.
Final predictions, Boots versus Stanionis. This is a unification bout. We have the IBF, the WBA, and the Ring Magazine is going to be up for grabs too as well. I like the confidence in Boots, no doubt about it, and I think he has a lot to prove with a bunch of outside noise and backlash that he got from fighting Shukazan, I believe his name was. Boots did get hit with a lot of shots that he didn't necessarily need to get hit with. I want to see Boots work a lot on his defense. He was definitely rushing the knockout. I just think he wanted to prove that he was the guy at welterweight, and he wants to hurry up and get this fight over with, and he wants to make a statement, and he wants to go for those bouts. One problem that I have with Boots, and he claims that he feels good at welterweight, and that when he said it might be time to move up to 154, it wasn't because he was having trouble with his weight. It was because of if he was going to have problems unifying and trying to chase down Undisputed.
Because I said might about going to 154. That was only because if I don't get these champions, then maybe I will. Like I told you earlier, if I say I might come to a party, that means I might come. If I don't show up, I didn't show. I said might. I stand at this weight for a reason. I say this weight because I said I want to be undisputed. I want to collect these belts. I want to stamp my legacy at 147. If I can't get these champions, then I will move up to 154.
And no doubt about it, Undisputed is a great accomplishment if you can get to it. But if your body can't handle it, then it can't handle it. And I don't want Boots to set himself up in a way how Errol Spence chased down every single bout until Crawford moved up, knowing damn well it was time for Errol Spence to move up to 154 how many years ago. I get it, it's a great accomplishment, but you're gonna run into that guy not because he's better than you or he could be better than you, but he feels much more natural, better, faster, stronger, more skillful at this weight class than you do, and that's a big disadvantage for you. So I don't want Boots to run into that problem where he runs into someone who could possibly be better than him or not be better than him, but he's having trouble at 147. And Boots talks about how he got a nutritionist for the first time in his career.
First time having a nutritionist. Really? I feel, yeah, I've been doing everything on my own. This is my first camp where I had nutrition. I feel great.
But when Boots spoke about moving up to 154 pounds, no doubt about it, and he can deny this, it's just my opinion. He has an opinion. Everybody else has an opinion in this boxing game, but no doubt about it, Boots is having trouble at 147 pounds. And you have Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, possibly even Teofimo Lopez making their way to 147 pounds for the first time in their career. Imagine how much better they're going to feel coming from 135 pounds. And me going back to running into those fighters that could possibly be better than you or not be better than you, but you don't feel good or as great as they do as 147 pounds because you need to move up to 154. And imagine the type of money and the type of resume and the type of fights that could be made for Boots at 154 pounds. That is the most stacked division right now in boxing, is 154 pounds. I just think Boots can be greater at 154. There's bigger names. There's more money to be made over there. Like I said, he can build his resume, and that Undisputed is going to look a lot better on his resume with the names that he could possibly be than being undisputed at 147 pounds. Don't get me wrong, being undisputed is a great accomplishment. No matter what way you get it, no matter what weight class you get it in, but the names are going to speak for themselves at 154 pounds more than the names are going to be at 147. But back to Boots versus Stanionis. I think this is going to go all 12 rounds. I think it's going to be a lot more competitive than what people are saying it's going to be. I see a lot of people saying that it's going to, Boots is going to get a knockout. Boots is going to get a stoppage, which I disagree with. I really want to see Boots go what he's done and what he went back to the drawing board with, what he worked on in camp as far as his defense, because I think Boots is a very talented fighter. I think it's going to go all 12 rounds, and I think it's going to be a lot closer with Boots winning by 3 rounds, maybe even 2 rounds. But Stanionis, man, he has a tight guard. He's a pressure fighter. He comes forward. He throws a lot of punches. You guys heard him, all gas, no break.
How do you win on Saturday night, Amantis, when you lay there at night and you think about these belts, you think about the history of the sport, you think about the chance to cement your name in legacy? How do you win on Saturday night?
All gas, no break.
And I definitely think that Boots did work a lot in training camp. I think he has a lot to prove. Like I said, so much outside noise from his last fight when he fought Shukazan. He was getting hit a lot with a lot of shots that he didn't need to get hit with. He was rushing the fight. He was trying to get the knockout, like I said. But I think Boots really focused a lot during this training camp. And he has a chip on his shoulder to prove to the world once again why he's the best welterweight in the division, which I believe that he is as of right now. But I think with Boots can switch, Boots using his jab, he's a very slick fighter. He's accurate. He picks his shots very well. I think he just needs to take his time a little bit. He doesn't need to rush for the knockout. And knowing Stanionis, tough, presses forward, throws a lot of punches. Like I said, I don't want Boots to run into something necessarily that he doesn't need to run into. And people will start to shit on him even more, right? So I think Boots is definitely going to tighten up his game, but I think it's going to be a lot competitive than what it's going to be.
I need to fight in America to be known because of the style and because here is the mecca of boxing, you know, it's numero uno.
Stanionis is coming to fight. He's no pushover. He's an Olympian. He's looking for that breakout fight. He's looking for that American fan base. He's looking to build his profile outside of Lithuania. So no doubt about it, I think this is going to be a rough fight for Stanionis, but he's slick. He can switch. He's going to use his jab. He's going to pick his shots. He's accurate, but I still think it's going to be very competitive. I think it's going to go all 12 rounds. Let me know what you guys think about this fight. Let me know what you guys think about Jan Boots Ennis, and let me know what you guys think about Stanionis. Let me know if there's going to be a knockout, a stoppage, if it's going to go all 12 rounds, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.